Hello and welcome to the DFS underscore PhD show for today, the 15th of November. Remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. Might as well be us, guys. I got to tell you, I don't know what's going on. It's been a real good couple of weeks. You guys have been following along with me. I've been taking down these higher satellites, applying the satellite strategy, which I'll go over again in one of these big picture videos soon, but it to the bigger dollar competitions. So for instance, can you do the calculation? 71 people times $29. 71 times 29. $2,059. Is that 2,500? No. We all got like 15% positive expected value entering that tournament. Same thing with the 888s. Is 52 times 15 888? No. 52 times 15 is like 765 or something. 770, whatever. It's like you are getting a significant expected value. It doesn't matter that, yeah, okay. So I should also say I'm really good at this. I understand. And not only am I good at this, I'm getting massive positive variance to my side right now. So do not expect 400% ROI. If you're not getting that, doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. I mean, look, I played for months and months and months, down 1,000 total. I mean, it's not like I'm going down more thousands, but my point is you'll go months at a time in a dead zone, months at a time in a dead zone. There was summer basketball. I was playing all of the summer basketball, and like, no, 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 it just nothing hit, nothing hit, nothing hit. And now all in 1 week, let's go this month. This month, again, nothing hit, nothing hit, nothing hit, nothing hit, nothing hit, hit, nothing hit, hit, or nothing hit, hit. So anyway, obviously current trends will not continue. I still don't even really expect 170% ROI. I know I'm running hot right now. I know that having one, two, three, four 888s in there and one 2,500, what? That's just, it's insane. And I'm very yeah, very happy. I'm happy to be alive at a time when a guy can do game theory and make money like this. But welcome to the show, I should say to a lot of you. Thanks to Sheets. I really appreciated that. I haven't had a guy be that complimentary to me in a number of years. So I really appreciate that. Probably since, I don't know, when I was getting my PhD, people were occasionally very nice to me. But yeah, that was really sweet. And I love talking with him. And yeah, he brought some perspective I hadn't thought about in terms of late swap as the Monty Hall problem. So I'll probably even make a little video about that for you guys to help understand why you must be late swapping. You must be considering late swaps and you must be making them and how to make them, etc. But if you're not doing that, you're losing to me. You're definitely losing to me and other guys who are considering not just 5,000 lineups, but every 30 minutes, 5,000 more lineups, right? Like and yeah, I still have to, it's a lot of work to build in the same projections again to your late swaps, but that's what is necessary to win. Yeah, so thanks again to Sheets. I really enjoyed that, and I appreciate boosting. I think I saw Burkles had a hit in the NBA as well, besides my hit that I was bragging on. Oh yeah. I wanted to say, like, all of my hits, whenever I have these big periods where I go up, I had 5 birdies last weekend. Like, my confidence is just running high. I believe I can do whatever. I'm feeling the R. Kelly feeling. I can believe I can fly. Like yesterday on this thing, and I'm not trying to make this personal. The only reason I bring up Eubanks is because he's ranked #1 in the Roto Grinders rankings and generally accepted as one of the at least top 5 players in the world. And I was telling you guys yesterday, the only reason I'm playing against Eubanks every night is I think I can beat Eubanks every night. If you don't think you can, you're just throwing your money away because he's going to beat you every night, right? And so anyway, it was really funny to make that statement on the very day that I beat the dude. So obviously, and this is not to rub it in, because I mean the dude had Bane. If Bane doesn't get hurt, what? Well, he still needs 30 points from Bane. But okay. So maybe it's not so simple. Did this not build? Oh yeah, okay. I wanted to show you my settings. That's why I have it here. Okay, so on to today's slate. We've got a few rules. First of all, do not leave salary on the table. Do not do that. That's only small slates and showdowns. We're only doing that to get different. We don't need to get different. We got to choose 8 guys now. Choosing 8 guys is different enough. That classic slate's very hard to be duping people. Don't worry about it unless you're doing really high dollar, like whatever stuff where people obviously go for the opto lineup and then each slight change from the opto. It's more like cash. I don't like cash, so I'm not going to tell you how to play those. Although I do have to figure them out because that's what the Tournament of Champions basically is. Okay, so I'm putting 40 in again tonight because if I do that 3 days in a row, I hit a free 888 ticket. I'm going to have 4 or 5 of those so I can play around. So far, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with Toronto. I'm projecting somebody out. I think that they don't currently project out. Who was it? Schroeder out. So Schroeder got mid day downgraded. So with Schroeder out, I think we're going to see one of Dick or Flynn going off. I'm not sure. Obviously, like they play slightly different roles, but I think they take up the points in a very similar way. So, do they give him the touch? I'll give him the touchdown in the Sims. Come on, you guys know I like the Sims. Okay, so for today's slate, obviously Giannis is out. I waited long enough to make the video that I got some of the big news. So, all right. Also, by the time the slate happens, go to the Discord, or somebody's Discord, check, underdog underscore NBA, have alerts on, because the latest news is what you must crunch. You cannot, and that's why you must have court IQ up. So, like, for instance, right now, they're still projecting, who is it in? Right. I had to do Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, I think, is going to be out. I think you don't miss shoot around and get midday downgraded to questionable. You're sick. You're real sick to be doing that. So I went over here to Court IQ. I did a while ago, and I did it. What is Boston like with off the court Jaylen Brown? So currently this is the Giannis one, right? Because I wanted to see. I was double checking some of their numbers, and I wanted to see with Giannis off the court, what can we expect? And you can see the per 36 minutes. Full games only, and this is this season. So you might want to go to last season for a bigger sample, but for this season, it should be good for the main guys. Brolo, 37, fine. Chris Middleton, 39. I don't think we're actually projecting him for that, are we? What are we projecting Middleton? And he doesn't have a Middleton, yeah, we've got him projected for way less than that. I assume that's a minutes thing. Let's have a look. 24. He must be on a minutes thing still, because like if he gets the minutes, he's really got to be in consideration today. So I keep an eye out for word on minutes for Chris. You can't go to him if you don't have today is like 8 games. It's not quite like a 10 or 14 game slate. You can play edge case guys, like you can play a backup center, as I will show you in a moment. Obviously, my other rules: Capella foul trouble, because hey, look at this. Look at Okongwu's ownership today, 0.3%. Now we're talking. I assume he's like 5K or something ridiculous. Yep, 4.9K. Can still go for 30 plus. Like he can still make value on 5K, especially on an 8-game slate where there's just not that awesome of centers. I mean, you can pay up for center, but if you're going to a value center, I mean, Embiid's great. Maybe you go to, is Anthony Davis eligible? But like you can only go to so much Embiid, right? Like you get 20% and you're like, okay, you've got enough Embiid. I guess is Portis center eligible? So maybe we're doing that. Yeah, we're probably doing some Portis at center. But yeah, I think you can mix in. I am mixing in Clint Capella at 0.77%. Obviously, he's overpriced. No, he's not 5,700. He's got a minutes cap, kind of. But I mean, what if Okongwu gets in foul trouble? We think they're going to invent a new type of way to play basketball? No, they're going to do the exact same thing that the Hawks have been doing every single game and go to the other guy. So I think there's a chance Capella gets extended or just gets a million blocks, and it's higher than 0.77%. Just like Mo Wagner, 16%. No thanks. I'll be on the bottom side of that one. Vooch, it turns out, I went to the court IQ for DeRozan out. Where's that? That's surprising to me, so I'll show it to you. Coby White gets a huge boost this season, obviously probably based on, it's 11 games. It's not that, 86 minutes. This is not enough minutes, really. So at this point in the season, I average the current season average and their projection from Sabersim, which I assume is like last season's average. And so I got Coby White for like 36 or something, and Vooch was like at 37 though, and I was like, ooh, why is Vooch at 37? And I got him at like natively they got him at 44. I can't justify 44 for Vooch. There's just not. I mean, we'd want it to be true, but I mean, he's basically the same guy. Like somebody got to pass him the ball. Maybe he gets past the ball a few more times, but when he gets past the ball, there's not 3 guys to look at anymore. There's 2 guys. So you can focus more attention on the big guy. It's not as like it's easier to defend a big when you can collapse, right? I mean, if you have been a big person playing basketball, you've been annoyed by that. Okay. So that's basically, yeah. I mean, I've told you my dude. Oh, I've mostly just told you the rules. I don't think I've even mentioned my dudes. My dudes, Bobby Portis, Caris Levert, Derrick White. This is assuming Jaylen Brown is out. Those are your core. Coby White, also. Those are the 4 core. All 4 higher than 50%. Kamara, that's nuts. I don't want that. What is happening there? I do not want so much Kamara. He is not the same level as these dudes. Unless we get some crazy news about something else, but that's probably breaking it for now. Oh, it just let me do it. Awesome. Yeah, De'Aaron Fox. I like De'Aaron Fox too. He played a ton of minutes coming right back. It's an ankle injury. It's fine. As soon as you're good to go, you're good to go. and he was good to go. So anyway, I like De'Aaron Fox today. I projected him for 2 more minutes than the optimizer did. And as a result, I get to a ton of it. So I like 50. That's a bit high. I don't want him to be as high as Portis. A little higher than Strus will be fine. Strus is good, but like, Strus just minutes have been incredible this year. And I gotta tell you, I mean, so last game I told you to look for his rebounds. Dude did nothing in the first half, but he's really a lot more active in a lot of ways than he has been. Like it's so weird to me when a guy like Tyrese Maxey is the front runner for most improved. No, like y'all just weren't watching last year on games Harden was out, I guess. Like, dude was rocking. He was really good. He was this good. Like, now I don't know. I don't want to take away from his prizes or whatever, but like, I don't know. Oh, look at this. They've already updated the Derrick White thing, the Jaylen Brown expectation. Okay, well, so always be updating. I'm not going to run like I'm maybe I enter these lineups just to make sure if I have a heart attack, something's in there. But like like these aren't real lineups still. We don't have enough news. We have so many questionable people. And if any of these questionable people are in, whole different slate of things. If all the questionable people are out, whole different slate of things. You have to be ready with pivots in your mind, like for your lineups. As we get the news, oh, okay, I was going to go to this guy, but all of a sudden this value's opened up. What's the difference between leaving $200 on the table and having slightly better value? Anyway, so tough situations. And also SaberSim does that. That's what this button here is for late swap. So I just recommend, if you're a new person, probably just use the late swap feature and don't mess around like I am all over the place, which I'm very attached to as it is winning me lots of money. But it's somewhere between. So it's between an algorithm and feel, because if you do an algorithm, someone can beat you. If you're doing rock, paper, scissors by some sort of method, somebody can out method you do some other method. But if you're not doing a method, nobody can beat you. Just doing something crazy. All right, so that's my general GPP strategy. Do something crazy. Nobody can beat you. All right, so none of this is that crazy. That's why I'm winning every night. I mean, like Derrick White's not going to be 7% either. If Brown's out, he's going to be much higher. Maybe there's another option I'm forgetting on Boston right now, but Boston looks better. Tatum looks better. Do I not have much Tatum? Yeah, I got like 30% Tatum. Like, all right. I just don't know what to project for his ownership. Do I project 15%, 10%, 20% with Brown out? He's going to become clearly the second or third best top play of the slate. On the top, I like Embiid a little. I like Tatum a lot. I guess I like Embiid a lot too. Yeah, those guys are good. But De'Aaron Fox is my main core guy up here. So that's where I think you're playing. I think you're going De'Aaron Fox, these Derrick White, Karis LeVert, Coby White, Bobby Portis, and then round out with a couple other dudes. I mean, Patrick Williams is such a pain to have in your lineup that I don't know if I'm going to get to quite that much of him. He's going to be out there for minutes, but man, you're looking at the stat sheet and you're like, he's out there, right? Yeah, it says he checked in 5 minutes ago and he sure hasn't done anything. So anyway, that breaks the optimizer. So now I'm going to have to rerun, but I was already going to have to rerun. That's no problem at all. That's the fun of the day. Again, it's really nice to be here with you guys. I can't believe there's an audience for me to talk about game theory. When I graduated college, some number of years ago, there was no audience to talk to people about game theory. And this is just like, it's such a gift to be able to sit here and think about like a slate, $100,000 every night. Thank you to DraftKings. This is fun and also FanDuel. I'm just not doing that show because it's more to prep. So, yeah, just enjoy life, man. Make sure you're ready. Make sure you're feeling confident. And if you're not feeling confident, analyze that. Take care of that, man. You can't build lineups that are the best if you don't think they're the best. Utica is not sitting down going, gosh, another day at the office, roll, right? I mean, like he's sitting down excited to go to work, man. Pump out another $1 million tonight or whatever, 50K on the night slate. I'm seeing the dude, like, I thought that the night slate was like maybe not got as many sharks in it. Are you kidding me? Look at that. I mean, let's go back and look at it again. Who were these dudes? They're all freaking famous dudes. Oh, we don't have the anyway. So like it's BGR Seth, it's Utica. It's like 5 of the top 25 of Roto-Grinders were right there. So do not think that thing I said is true about the Sharks are not there for the late slate and showdown. They are definitely there, even when it's like 50K. Now you do have a situation tonight. There's like an eclipse of the showdown and late slate. And people often forget about the showdown in that circumstance because normally it's like 30 minutes later. So keep an eye out. There could be good overlay in a competition you're looking for. Overlay, by the way, for people who are newer to DFS or like I use words, I'm going to put out a video that includes like a dictionary, like a lecture zero kind of thing. But overlay means it's expected value positive. Normally, if a contest fills all the way, it's not expected value positive. DraftKings makes like an 18% rake on all low dollar stuff and like 10-ish% on high dollar stuff. So, you can work that out for every competition to see it's sometimes way worse. So double check. But, they, so over time, generally, like that's another point here, there will be, you're generally going to trend down by 18% plus whatever expected value you get from the satellite strategy, right? So this goes to show, I was just treading water on combination of low dollar satellites and low dollar wins and losses for so long. And then, but every night when the things go my way, it's just a big chunk. It's a chunk that completely overwhelms the little tiny but consistent and expected minus 18%. If you're entering a competition with an 18% rake, not expecting to lose 18% because some sim ROI told you something, you're dumb. You're absolutely going to lose 18% on average at the very start, for sure, no matter what your sim ROI is saying. That's the rake. That's how it works. Everybody is in the competition. So if you are beating 18% consistently, you've figured it out. But that's a long time from now. For now, you're going to have to consider these GPP competitions, like the ones that, $100,000 up top, that make it fun. I just told you, like, wow, isn't it fun to be alive, kind of thing. But you that's like losing money every time you do it. You have to recognize it's fun. It's fun to win $100,000. I got to tell you, it really does change your life. But it's also like not that likely, right? So I don't know. I forget where that point was going. I think I should probably wind that point towards you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. Might as well be us.